What's going on, you guys? I hope all is well. It's been a while since I've actually shown a full-on workout on this channel, other than showing some bits and pieces of me doing a workout as I talk about other stuff. So I wanted to make a video that I've been wanting to make for some time, which is me showcasing the beauty of just flowing these exercises together in a workout that I have literally no rest periods. There's gonna be no cuts, no editing in this video. I'm just going to have the camera set up. You're going to see me kind of go to town doing an upper body workout. There's a little bit of rest period for like 15 seconds at one point where I got to adjust like a song track that I was listening to on my computer. Other than that, that's really it. And I think what I want to do with this video is just kind of showcase the beauty of just flowing these exercises together. How really you can, I would say a cardiovascular type of workout, but just really how you can just flow non-stop through exercises. So while it's not a true follow along workout, you could definitely pause the video. You could follow along. I was thinking about that as I was doing this. There is some, even though I'm kind of mixing around the exercises, you'll see me kind of go back and forth to a certain kind of a circuit through some of the things I'm doing, but it really isn't a whole lot of like exact like reps and sets that I'm really following in my head. I'm really kind of going off a feeling, going off kind of the flow of the machine. And this machine really does kind of have you flow through different exercises and stuff like that. So before I kind of get into this whole video, guys, if you like this content, if you like this video, always helpful if you guys like and or subscribe. So I know it's kind of a simple, straightforward video you're going to see here, but really I thought this would be useful to show for some people that maybe they're too regimented in their ways with how they approach the total gym. There was a lot of people that asked me really specific questions about, reps and sets and exact numbers, which I totally understand and I get, and I promote that, and I'll give you guys tips for that because I think that structure is useful. But one of the beauties of the machine, which I personally like, is I'm someone who can get really lost in the weeds if I think about stuff too much. And what I love about this machine is I can just kind of lose myself with the exercise session, just kind of going with literally the flow of the exercise. If you guys know anything about flow states or have researched that, this machine really kind of is a good example of a workout that really does do that really well. And so what I did in this workout, I literally just put on, I'm listening to Metallica's And Justice for All album. I started it about a minute before you saw this video start. I just started from track 1. I go all the way to the end of track 5, which is the shortest straw is the name of the song. Those of you guys that know that album or know like that band Metallica, I just go put on something that I know I like, an album that I like. If there's any album or music you guys like that you could listen to start to finish, you got a playlist, obviously that works, and just kind of lose yourself in the music. That's what I kind of do a lot of times on this machine. You guys listen to the music I'm listening to, but I'll either kind of get lost in some music that I like, or excellent machine for listening stuff, listening to audiobooks, listening to podcasts, whatever. That's where this machine really shines. And I think if you get kind of really too caught up in exact numbers, you kind of lose that little benefit. Now, again, it's not a huge deal. It's not a big deal. And again, there's pros and cons to doing it the other way, having regimented structure for sure. But that's one of the things I like about this machine that you guys are going to see that really makes this kind of seamless. I mean, if it was any other piece of equipment where I would say barbells, dumbbells, for sure I'd be taking a little more of a rest. But that's the beauty of this workout here. You're just going to see me kind of stick to the really basic, simple exercises that I always promote in this channel. I definitely like, finding cool things and finding unique things to do on the machine. But half the time, 90% of the time, I'm always sticking to basic exercises. Even though I'm saying there's not really a rhyme or reason to what I'm doing, really what's kind of happening is you'll see me kind of fatigue certain body parts, fatigue certain parts of my hand and my forearms, and that's really kind of the prime motivator of switching things up here, because a lot of times, especially if you're doing upper body exercise, there's a lot of weight and a lot of stress kind of placed upon your arms, forearms, hands. So that's what kind of forces you to kind of manipulate different exercises if you're not going to take rest periods like I'm doing here. Even this setup that I have, I often kind of recommend this setup that I have where I put 2 extra carabiner clips and I have an extra pair of handles. I kind of leave up there instead of setting up the pull-up bars. Again, not a huge deal at the end of the day, but if you want to do a workout like this, that's where the benefit of that, something like that, comes in, where you can just kind of throw some extra handles in there so you don't have to kind of pause a little bit and set up the pull-up bars. And even that Pilates bar down below. I'll link those attachment links down below. They're always linked down below. That Pilates bar is really useful. You're going to see me, I think a few times, try to I'm pausing, and you'll see it a couple times. I'm you can see the thoughts going on in my head, like what am I going to do next. That's not like out of pressure to like find something for you guys in the video. It's more like me trying to think about, okay, what's something that would kind of go next nicely. I'm trying to think about something unique, because sometimes ideas and exercises do pop in my head as I'm doing it. I think there's 1 or 2 exercises in this video that I think I literally kind of popped in my head as I was doing it. One of them might have been the plank, I believe, which I think I might have done before, but I may have done one time before that, where I got my feet on the Pilates bar and I hold a plank position for a couple minutes. That was something too, but you'll see me. My point was I started I was trying to make things up, or I'm trying to do something, and then I eventually just switch out. I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing. One thing was like, I think bridging with my leg up in the air. You might see me do it here. Like if I'm doing a pullover, I might extend my leg up in the air. I'll go in a bridge. At some point I do that. I don't know when I'm doing that, but that's something. So good point of just basically using your creativity. The creativity starts flowing as you're doing this stuff. You can kind of try different things. And a lot of this just comes with the machine. I need to make another video talking about, some of the subtle form things that can come up, because I know that's a huge thing that I don't talk enough about, that if you're a beginner using this machine, just kind of getting just the base before you do any of this stuff, which maybe isn't necessarily true, but it's a good thing to kind of get the foundations down, making sure you can press nicely, and you can row nicely without things kind of looking awkward. I have a video somewhat similar to that I'll talk about. Here's where my mini break here for like 15 seconds. This whole video, this is the longest break, where I noticed it skipped the track because I had it on random, where I wanted the album to play straight through. So I fixed that and kind of go back to it. I might jump in a little bit here and there. If I do, I'll put some little timestamps to kind of give my commentary, but really I just want to kind of showcase again the video itself. A lot of the exercises you guys are going to see are just these staples. I guess that's where I kind of lost myself a second ago in recommending and saying that stick to the basics. If you're someone that likes to try different unique things, or you have something really specific you want to do that necessitates coming up with something unique and novel with the machine, that's awesome. But if you're a beginner, if you're someone like me that likes to keep things really simple, which that's a theme in this channel, I stick to the basics and I don't deviate from them too much. I mean, there's nothing really fancy to really do, and a lot of times that's just because I just don't want to do it. I like the idea of jumping on the machine, not having to fiddle with stuff too much. If I really want to replicate like something close to a gym, then at that point, if it gets so close to the fact that I'm really just trying to replicate what's going on in a gym, then I get to the area where like, well, a gym might not be that bad of an idea if I'm trying to get super close to something that really is going to be much better off if I just went to the gym. So I like, just utilizing what I have with the total gym. So if you got maybe some little subtle things like getting attachments, even like these presses. I mean, even though it seems like you might be limited in things like pressing, I really don't think you are, with different angles and stuff you can do with pressing, even rowing with the machine. So that's pretty much all I was going to say about that. That's it, I'd say, for this first part of it. You guys can see that I'm going through a number of, there's a theme here. I did some pressing, I'm doing some rowing, I'm doing some cable rotations. I'm going back into that kind of that Pilates bar push-up position. That's like a new favorite of mine since I got that Pilates bar attachment. I do that a lot throughout this whole workout. But that's a lot of what you'll see, common things, and actually you'll see a lot of, I think for at least the first quarter or first half of the video, I don't even mess with the incline. I think this is at I can't see, but maybe it's a 7 or 8 setting on the tower. It was just, I randomly put it at that. There was no reason why I put it at that. I just had it set there and I started just working out, and I was getting enough reps and sets that I feel like it was adequate setting. So don't feel like you always have to increase that tower if you don't want to. Eventually I do, just for the sake of making it harder, just mixing it up, but that was pretty much it. Talking way more than I should. Always helpful. If you guys don't like this commentary, you don't like the talking too much, let me know. Just kind of add my 2 cents in on a couple of things. One thing I'll add, because you guys maybe don't watch every single video, this is one of my favorite, if you want to say, core exercises to do in the machine. I love this. I used to do this at the gym when there was a cable machine, and in my opinion, this is something that replicates it really well, and then it feels so similar and it feels really good on your stomach, midsection. I'm not trying to really work my midsection or like work my obliques. This is one of those exercises I just think twisting, rotation is good for everybody to do. Yes, I would say, yeah, I'm sure thinking about, I like the benefit of how it works my obliques and stuff, but my point is, this is just one of those exercises that just feels really good, so I do it and continue to do it. I will just add though, if you're going to do this exercise have your head follow your hand so you get nice range of motion, and then whichever side you're rotating to, have that hand on first, and then have the other hand kind of cup over it, because that helps kind of anchor your hand to the oblique. So like I said, this might be all the commentary I give. If I chime in and say something else, I'll put a timestamp down below. I think this is all I really probably have to say for this video, but thanks for watching. If you guys want to see more videos like this, or you want to see maybe future workouts with me just actually doing workouts in one kind of set setting like this, let me know, and I can do more formalized workouts where there's rest periods. I know some people like it like that. My wife's workout videos that she likes to watch, they're just they're set at one angle and they just kind of follow along, kind of like a pre-recorded kind of live action of the instructor kind of taking rest periods. If you guys like that, want to see that, I'd be happy to do that in the future. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.
Bye.